heart back, go breather. We are part, we are. Welcome everybody. I'm called Breather, and today I'm gonna be breathing more called much more called to be. Inhale and exhale today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Today we're just gonna do a wrap up of what we've been working on for a minute, and we're also gonna be opening the PR and concluding this work, which is gonna get us to the promised land. Hello, my wonderful people. Welcome. I love you all. It's time to do what I love to do the most, the best. Again, let's go. So yesterday we pretty much did most important things. We fixed most of the bugs. There's one left though, one edge case. Then also we added more tests. We fixed the test, and we fixed most of the linting issues. As you can see, there are about just like 6 here right now, and we're gonna fix them. So the first one is removing the let statement. It's not used anymore anywhere. The second is this is not used either, so we're gonna take that out. And let's go more. This isn't used either, so we're gonna have to take that out. And what more? Might that be everything? Maybe. So clean up, deprecated, create block test. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. Count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. Yep. So we're pretty much done with most of those. One thing I wanted to do yesterday was, let's go to if else, and right now we will go to body. We're using query chain here, but I think we probably want to use block, so we can change that to block. Actually, let's do block, and this also block. Yep. So actually, oh, I probably still need query chain also. It's query chain. Do that. Then we want to do the same thing for block. So I'm just gonna take that and then take block, and we don't need the converter there. Yep. First, I see. So I guess block is convertible to an expression because you can convert block into value like let's confirm that Nee. Nee. So where does that collide with these? Or maybe query. Yeah, okay. I see. That's why we're doing that. Okay. So but wouldn't we prefer that it is converted into query chain there though? Anyway, let's see the implication of that. If we are gonna be making that a block, I guess we would have to change the build, but first let's say Chicago test query if else. Let's do that. It's time to row your boat gently on the sea, merrily gently on the sea. Yep. Yeah, I was expecting that we would get double stuff because block inherently has that code. So what we are gonna do is I guess we can either strip away the surrounding code, or let's look at body. You're the most beautiful. I mean, we can check, but I guess we don't want to mix and match if, then, and if with curly braces because it's gonna be confusing us. So one thing we could do is, now we're accepting block within an if statement, and I'm actually curious, weren't we my song, hear the melody, yeah. For so long I've been running away. Let's go. Yeah, we could already do this, so maybe that is not as important as one might think. Yeah, no. What am I doing for loop? Let's see. Am I using block? Yeah, looks like it. Yep, that is exactly what I'm looking like. So one thing we could do is, if it's block, we don't have to add the surrounding parentheses, and if it isn't, we are gonna add it, or we just strip it off. And that stripping off might just be trim we could use that because we wanna. So let's run that, for example. Maybe it isn't that important. Once we're done with this, we just need to fix that stuff up, and there's not much I can think that is left. We can merge this PR once and for all. Of course, we need to make sure the test pass. Okay, there's a little bit of that's interesting. We're getting something completely new there. Okay. Create cells. Oh, that's interesting. Why didn't we have this updated before? No. If else stuff. I'm just gonna discard this first. Because why didn't that update before? I wonder why that didn't update before. Strange. Strangest things. Crazy things. Update that. Update. Okay. 337. This line, I think we could, since we have the snapshots, because I'm not ready to do some manual work, so we'll just do it the lazy way. Keep the lazy way going. probably want to make this side smaller. Let's do maybe 20 smaller, or let's make it maybe 8 smaller. Yeah, that's a nice proportion. So we've got more stuff. Save. Just remove that. So I got no time. You guys are vampire in the middle of the night. Sucking up human blood. Is that your appetite? You said it risky. I didn't have no pizza. Now you rest in peace. In the belly of the beast. Have you ever been shit? Maybe I'm gonna take that. We did this already, so I think probably okay. Okay. Diallo. How can I survive with 41 gunshot by my side? He said it's recent. So let's run all the tests. Boy, you didn't know. I guess we can focus on fixing that next stuff first, and I'll do a little demo of what I mean. Maybe we can go to query turbo just to do that. We're just gonna either use one of those tests or create something new. But first, let's run all the integration tests and let's see if everything passes. Then we run maybe all the, like basically every test. But that's gonna be a lot. Okay, there's one failing. Define function. So probably forgot to update some of those yesterday. Define function. Let's close others. Source line 52. Yep. Get a create space shape. Maybe we want to call this spaceship. You guys are vampire. Oh, then I'll have to do. Oh my god. Is it worth it? Maybe I could just do space. Yep. Yep. Get person statement. We probably should get yep. Then we have person. Maybe we're just gonna run define function. That is gonna be non-deterministic. So, and also, is this complex enough? Nay. We probably want to do something a little bit more complex, but we'll be forgiving now. Because at least, even if we have an argument, we're not really using it. I think it's nice to have one complex one there. So we can borrow from the complex. Maybe we want to do something like this. Yep. Let's spice it up a little bit. This function takes 4 arguments. Oh, it takes 4 arguments. Oh my god. It really does take 4 arguments. So that could be an integer or anything, even though we're not using it. So let's just put 5, and that works. Just to make sure we support something more complex there, and to take that away. Yep. So, and that's still able to parse. Let's remove all that fluff off. Yep, let's add that. And we have one problem, maybe or maybe not, but I'm trying to see. Oh, okay, the time we're using here will be changing, as you can see, or maybe not. Let's see, cargo. Okay, we're using pretty stable stuff. Static time. Let's update that. Now we're supporting some complex, a little bit complex. Hold on, like what am I doing here? This, okay, oh no, they're different. Yep, because I'm using field in some places. Whatever. Yep, that's with parameter. Guess who's gonna know? Guess who's gonna know? Then what? Yes. This is online 135. Yeah, that's the old one. Saying then we probably wouldn't want to deal with that anymore. And so is, yeah, I don't want to have to do that manually. It's a lot of work. Let's look at line 81 and this. It's not that bad. Get a create. Yep. Yep. Yep, so now we have a complex argument. It's able to parse that. That is cool. We can go up a little bit. Let's maybe, ouch. Let's reduce these a little bit. Let's see, we have the complex argument and define function, get a create space shape, first tag string, last tag string, birthday, daytime, and it's also able to check those things at compile time. Then the very complex type, which we're not really using in the function itself, but that is integer or option or float or array of option of string, like some ridiculously complex type. Then we say let person equals select all from space shape where id is first arg, name is second arg, last arg, and created is birthday arg, and then we do an if the first item is not none, or maybe it's not null or whatever, I don't know. Return person else create spaceship. And you know what, a better way to do this when you're saying create is to use the objects macro, and this is gonna be changed to parentheses and spaceship, and So cannot find objects. We just have the object. There's also object partial, and essentially is a syntactic sugar. Just do this, and something like that. So I think that's a better way. So you can use this object partial macro, which is dope. It's dope. We can probably move that back then. Yeah, I think it's cleaner. It was a macro I created earlier to make that possible. So we create ID, blah blah blah. That looks good. So let's update that also. Then the binding. Okay, so we're not using that, so we might delete that with an underscore. What else? I don't know. Probably want to move that back a little bit. And maybe this way is better. Just some ridiculously complex function, you know. And then we can let's rename that and call it update or fix define function test, and then we can add all those to it and just fix it up. Yep. Good. So pretty much, let's run the test again. Let's say once we have all the tests passing, we just need to fix that, and then I'm gonna open a PR finally. Oh, okay, we still need to update that complex type. Yeah, okay, we added the underscore. Makes sense. Yeah, of course, we need to do the same thing for the parameterized. Yeah. So once we have all the tests passing, we just need to fix that stuff and open this PR. Of course, usually I finish my PRs much less. I try to keep the PR small, but sometimes I think it's better, especially as I'm still working solo, to just get as much as possible done at a go, because there's a lot of like interconnection, and creating different PR for them can make me lose the flow of thought. For them, let's see this. So let's run tests on everything. So there's one thing I am looking to fix. If we go to query turbo now, let's close others. I can just create a test example to This doesn't even have to be a sync. Doesn't have to be async because we're not doing anything async within it. Most of this actually, probably all. Anyway, I mean, we could technically do something, and I should probably do it like maybe use this for loop, for example, to create two stuff with the iteration, because we're not actually doing much with it. We're doing mostly physiological tests rather than, yeah, we're doing morphological tests rather than physiological tests, right? Anyway, so let's just get these out, and let's call that fix of life. It doesn't have to be a sync. We can delete that, and we don't even have to return. Then with that, we can leave the snapshot for now. The most important thing is, let's take this now. Let's call this var name, and we have another var name. Let's call this that, and remove that. Yeah, I think this is enough to demonstrate the problem. I don't want to save. Okay, we can actually save it since we remove the test annotation. It should be okay. But we have a bunch of tests running now. So we take that and we put it somewhere here that can help to demo what the problem is. Yep. So, yeah, of course we don't have account. Oh, probably that was moved. A new balance. We don't need the where actually. Let's just delete. We can just keep it simple as possible. You know what? I'm just gonna rerun. I need to remove that. So that's our test passes there. Let's rerun that. Copy everything from within. We paste them. So what I'm trying to demo, and let's just create a ref to that. The important thing I'm trying to demo is, you notice that even though the next variable here is okay, there's one of those tests we need to fix. Even though the next one is way lower and it does the right thing here, what happens, we're essentially chaining these two. We're chaining var name, so in the end we just end up getting Oyelowo twice. So there are two ways I'm already thinking of solving that problem. But first, let's go to for loop.rs. Is that on the query builder side? Yep, on line 74. Oh yeah, I thought I ignored that. Anyway, we need to close that, I guess. And close. Okay, Okay, there's one more, but even so, this should be rust ignore, because I don't expect you to write it this way. For function that's a bummer, because I had a lot of tests already running. But anyway, so that demonstrates the problem I'm trying to fix. So there are two ways I'm looking at fixing this. Of course, we can decide to use a different random name for every variable, but I don't think that's a good idea. Alternatively, what I'm actually contemplating is, let's say we generate a name. So we're gonna do a little bit of interspersing. What do I mean by that? We're gonna start, let's say we generated chain query chain name, let's say format ident blah 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 blah, whatever it is, right, query chain var name to avoid collision. So what we're gonna do is we take that, after each we can just intersperse it and do equals, yeah, so we take the variable name of the previous, we go again, we can make that mutable and just keep on like chaining. So we can either make that mutable and just like keep on chaining to that, or we can do this, but this time it's the first one is gonna be the entire path, but the next one is gonna be it's gonna be something like this. So we're gonna have that, and yeah, so we can do either of the two. So that's the first, or we can, I mean, it's almost similar to this, but what we can do also is make this mutable and just keep on chaining the subsequent ones. So let's assume these are all hypothetical. Let's comment that out. Actually, let's go below and take that, paste it, and let's take that out. So rather than this, let's use generated var name. Right, so we can have something like this essentially. So subsequently, you're just gonna be chaining whatever you've got, and at the end of it, you're gonna like return the variable, and then that block is just gonna be returning that chain, and we're good to go. That's how we're gonna solve it. So we're gonna intersperse this, like the variable name dot chain, use of moved oh, I guess chain takes self. Yeah, it takes self. What? So we might have to use a second approach to make that work, which means we would have to take that away, and we would have to be doing stuff like this. So the first one is going to be the full part, then the subsequent ones will just be this, and then at the end we're going to return. this should solve the problem. So where can we solve the problem? Let's close this. I believe there's query chain on the macros, and that's one way. Another way is to just take the values directly, but I do have some concerns with that. Yeah, that's something else we could do. So what I mean by that is the second approach is, let's take this and let's just put it on top of this. Rather than actually taking the variable name, we can take the values. Like, this is what I mean. So we just take the entire thing and we chain. So here we're gonna take whatever this is equal to, in this case, that we're gonna paste it, remove that, then we're just gonna, so this is the second rather it's actually meant to be the entire thing. Yep, so this would be the other way. But one concern I had with this, which I don't think is maybe much of a concern, is if you've got like a dynamic value, say you've got something like datetime 1 equals to datetime 1 equal to chrono UTC now, right? You've got something like this, and then you use that, you say, let's just use, and like let's say we have a var name equals to that equal to datetime 1, right? Then you copy these entire statements. So let's say there's another var name to that does datetime now. Then you sort of like have, let's say, var name 3 equals datetime 2 minus datetime 1, something like that, and then but you're changing the value. So right here you change the first one, and it's let's call this now, okay, that's the third one. So let's say the time here is 1, right? And the time, this is var name 2, and the time here is, let's say 2, right? Then now you're chaining var name 3, which is a difference, but okay, probably this is not an issue, because except we're using, this wouldn't be an issue because we're assigning to a variable anyway. But what if we're using a closure? What if we're doing this and we've got that, right, and basic. Oh, did everything pass already? Good. Take that off. So we've got that and that, right? Say we've got something like this. When we run this function, we invoke it, and the first time we invoke, this gives us 1. Then we invoke again and it gives us 2. And then if we're taking the let statement directly here again, if we're taking out the variables, I guess it doesn't matter, because essentially this is just for rendering purpose, like just to show you something. But let's do a little bit of demo. Say here we're passing dt1 instead, right, entirely. By the time this function runs, this might then give you like 3. Then this gives you 4. Now this is dt2. Oh, in this case we're going to be taking delta 2. We're not going to be taking the value either. And this will take this, right? But the problem now is delta 2. Now we're going to be invoking dt2 again. And let's say this time dt2 is going to be, I don't know, 6. And dt1 is going to be 3. Like, it could be anything, because like these things are not deterministic, right? So it could be maybe 3.8. I don't know if you can start to like see the problem, because now we're invoking the stuff, and maybe that is not a problem. Maybe it's not, but maybe because we're reinvoking it anyways again, so that might be okay actually. So we might just change the value. That's one way, but I was just thinking this might be problematic somehow. Because at the end of the day, it's the query chain that really matters. But then again, I think this might be problematic, because let's assume you do something like let rev var name 3 equals dt2 invoked, and then you have a select statement, and you let's say you have another select statement where balance is var name 3. I mean, maybe datetime is better. In this case, anyway, then we're gonna be chaining stop messing with my pride. I'm broken up inside. Okay, even if you do this in practice, you're gonna get this. Okay, you're gonna get this we generate it below. Yeah, so this might actually not be much of an issue as one may think, because at the end of the day we're just getting all the statements and putting them in there. We're just getting the statement directly and putting them in there. So this will still give us like var name blah blah blah, var name blah blah blah. I could search around the world, yeah, yeah. But there could be an issue. Where that could also be an issue is, say, here we're using var name tree, right? And here we've got another var name tree. If we're just taking all the statements, so let's say here we're taking the select statement and we're sticking it before this. So let's say we've got like chain, we do something like this. Well, now the problem with this is now it's balance equal is now referencing this var name tree rather than this, and that's already a problem, right? So if we just take the value, I think I can already see a lot of like foot gone, so we probably shouldn't do that. So it's going to be referencing the wrong value. So I'm gravitating towards the second solution, which is that, because this has a lot of gotchas and we don't want to get ourselves into that, but we're coming that out for now. So what we're going to do now is intersperse this between every statement, right? And then at the end we're going to return it. Let's see how that might go. This is where we're doing that, I believe. So we change that if it's first, but rather than that in rent, we're doing it in query chain, but now we're gonna be doing it in render directly. So we're gonna be interspersing that. Let's see where we are up there. So this is giving us rendered, and essentially what we're gonna do is it gives us query chain. So the interesting thing actually is we have everything we want here, or we need, so we can just do everything one by one, but the problem is determining the first. So what we can do, yeah, so we probably won't be doing it one by one, otherwise it's gonna be like cumbersome. But what we could do is take this rendered and it's getting hard actually. Yep. Oh, water. Yeah, so what we can do is take the rendered and let's call it R2, like we're playing PlayStation. And then we can do rendered the ether, and then we can map over that. We take that rendered, and we probably don't want to zip that. The chain. So we maybe don't need to unzip that anymore. Actually, we don't have to unzip it anymore. I never knew what love could do to us. Yes, forever. Another truth when I met you. Jane. Is yours forever. You're the one who wanna dance with for the rest of my life. You're the one. Okay, I know what to do. So basically, let's remove the unzipping, and what we're gonna do is well, this is gonna be a little bit different now. We can actually just map over it if we want it, but no, let's just collect it already. Or should we? Candy. Let's just map over it. Yep. Anyway, what we're trying to achieve here is the rendered so we are gonna do the same thing. I think I need to change how that works and make this maybe option in that case, because that looks a little bit brittle. So anyway, render, we need to improve that part. So map over it, we can say for hiding. Well, if we go to let statement, okay. So essentially we wanna enumerate the okay, so let's just take that out. So when it first we are going to take both the rendered and then we're just gonna do let's call it chain query chain and I can call, let's say this. Okay, so it's gonna look like shit. If it's the first, it's gonna be that, maybe this equal to, yep, and for the subsequent ones we just basically take this and variant, and then lastly we're gonna return that. So okay, we can just leave that in the meantime. Maybe we could just, let's comment this out first. And now, since things are interspersed, it's gonna be a little bit different. Awesome to see such a well-built project. Rust. How long did you program with Rust? Thank you so much, Elia. Did I pronounce that right? I would say I started working with Rust. This is 2023, right? Maybe 2020. I just started like reading a lot of books, doing projects, and just because I fell in love with the language once I learned about it. And I was telling a lot of my workmates then and stuff like that. Like I just got really into it. So I would say I've been writing Rusts for about 3 years, but I really started really writing proper projects like last year. No, and I've just been so into it. And I appreciate your comments and encouragement. That means a lot. I've been working on this project for a year now. I think I started like last December, and I've been working on it almost every day. I probably poured over 4,000 hours onto the project at this moment, and we're almost close to alpha launch. Probably next week, we're gonna be doing alpha launch. I think I'm mostly done with most of the things I need, so I'm quite excited about that. How are you doing today? Where are you chatting from? And thanks for joining in. That means a lot to me. It means a lot. So with that, the semantics of this generated code is gonna be a little bit different. Well, maybe query chain, we could just make the variable name the query chain anyway, because we want that to come last, right? And now it's gonna be a little bit different. I think we should actually change so these should probably be something like an option of a tuple, or let's call these line. We can call it query struct query line, and so yeah, that's gonna be rendered and variant, and these would be, we can just call this maybe lines, right? So that is gonna be query line. Take that. First, let's just copy this just to be sure. We're doing the right thing. Then query line, then the ident. Yep, this is found. And actually we want to make this optional. Yep. So we can make this optional, and make this query line. Is that correct though? Yeah, it looks correct to me. I don't know. I tend to prefer just, well, for consistency's sake, let's change that to parentheses, and let's do the same here. Let's change that to parentheses, and that's option, right? Awesome to see. Keep up the great work. Greetings from Germany. Ooh, guten Tag or guten Morgen. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. I'll probably travel to Germany sometimes early next year. I was in Germany, I believe, a few months ago. Nice. I would like to see somewhere in Germany. Where in Germany are you? Are you in Rosenborg, Frankfurt, Berlin, or where? It'd be nice to visit Germany. I would like to. I'm planning to do another Euro tour next year. So with these, we can also say, also what got you interested in Rust? How long have you been working with Rust, if you have been? So we can probably take that off. Also, we do the same here. We query chain generated ident. Take that off. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, so this is the point of doing that. Like, I think it's better to have this than having that and relying on like the developer knowing, like, if you come back to this code or someone else is working on it, they might be like, oh, so this could be empty. So this is more idiomatic and reasonable way to approach that. It's just so we can remove that now, and yeah, here we do the same query line break. Okay, that looks good. Just take it all out there, take it away. Okay, it's probably the last one. Take that out. That looks good. So we can just take that out. Yep. So that looks maybe a little bit better there, and I think we should just collect this. We can of course change this, but I want to keep this as simple as possible. So let's call that lines, and we can collect this into a vector. Do that and just call this code lines dot iter. I mean, do we even need to collect it? We can just, since we're still looking to iterate on it here, so yeah, we can essentially do that. Good. And yeah, we just need to, so we're trying to filter. Now it's actually going to be a lot better. So we can just say line. This is the beauty of it. And actually we can just basically do option is sum. I mean, is sum. Okay. Yeah. So we're taking only those that are sum, and then we are. Yeah, we would need to. We're enumerating and if we're filtering that, I wonder if it's just gonna return, if it's still gonna return option here. Maybe we can do filter map. We can actually do filter map, but let's see. So what's KK? Oh, so it doesn't actually do that at the type level. TypeScript would do something like this if you're using like type guard. So I mean, we can we belong together, and you know that I'm right. Why did it so yeah, we can then do query line. And then we've got this, so we can say code, and basically we can call this code. We need to change. Okay, we can still call this rendered. Let's just call this code. Then query chain will just be query chain var name. Oh. It's gonna be the query chain var name. Then actually, oh yep, this would be something like this. Code. Yep. Yep. Expected that found. Oh, so does it expect a vec? Okay, interesting. So we can just do code, and yeah, it expects a vec. I mean, we can just do this. Well, we could do into and I probably should just call this query chain name, honestly. I probably should just do that. But anyway, review table pattern. Review table is of type. Okay. Okay. Viewable pattern. Interesting. So some stuff we can do here is Well, we can simply just say line and line or wrap, although this seems less than ideal to me. No, we need to filter before we enumerate, so probably wouldn't want to be able. I wouldn't be able to do that. Anyway, I just use respect here. Line should not be none. Yep. Then actually, okay. Friend name, identity. Probably they should change to ident. Yep. So are we using this now? In a few places actually. And actually, I want to push that already. And yeah, the test is actually important. Let's see, as the first place, we're using that query change per ident. So transaction is gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna have like query chain. It says not found in the scope. Oh, this is weird. Yep. To render, that has to come first. Okay. Okay, makes sense to me. So essentially we need the var ident here, and essentially we want to take that as block, and for chains all we need to do is just take that. Okay, fair enough. Let's see where else do we need to make changes. Maybe there. Query chain variant. To render. Oh, statements. Refer loop, then query chain. Render that already within that. So this is just gonna take the parent and I surrender. I'll do anything for love. Love set me free. I believe that is a wraparound query chain. So okay, we can check that out. Query chain var ident gt my love, my heart, when you and I we were apart. This sun doesn't need the day that I just wanna hold on to you. I'm tired of living without you, 'cause you're everything that I do. 'Cause you made me the happiest man in the world. All I have, I give to you. All my heart is yours. Even if they try to. Usage locations. Chris. We may have to restart this and see what we're getting now. I'll give to you. Yep, we might need to restart, but first let's see. Yeah, of course we need to clean up a little bit of mess, but let's restart and let's see what we're getting now. Once we clean this up, if everything works, we clean this up and we run the test. We see if the test run again. Probably we might have to update a few tests. And I think for this PR, this is probably the last thing. And we're gonna be good. All I have, I give to you. My heart, yeah. Yep, I think this should, yeah, we are so back. um let's see what we've got. I know what you want, you know I got it. You give it to me, I give it to you. I know what you want. Nice. So as you can see, this probably solves our problem. Now we're not gonna be getting we're gonna be getting the proper stuff now, which is cool. It's good, I think. Yeah, yeah, I think this is great. This is cool. This is really cool. What if we've got like let's say we've got just a standalone expression, like something like this. Let's see what happens. Let's try to expand that. Let's copy everything within. Let's replace that. So the standalone expression in this case are select all I have a gift. Yep. So we've got that here. Yeah, the internal, and that is tracked, and we come here, the top level stuff, change that and takes that into now stuff. Wonderful, super. So let's just take that and let's delete all that, and then we can run a new snapshot test, and let's see if that solves our problem. So we have multi-variable, multi-whatever. Let's use that for something else. Let's call this yep. I have another standalone. Let's call this, or let's just have a number, and maybe we return 45. But before we do for block, let's take these two. So what can we call this tests? I mean, yeah, there's no point in that because it's inert. Not necessarily Tokyo test, but I'll take that up. So I'll say test duplicate variable name properly change chain bound in query chain. Then I should probably, I'm just gonna copy that, and we're gonna do the same for, I mean, technically it's, let's just call this transaction. All I have I give to you on my touch. Can only be used within, I'm pretty sure, did I name that query transaction? Because that would be ridiculous. That would be weird. It should just be transaction. Well, let's go to query transaction, see. Oh, I'm still using the old transaction. What? I thought I exported that. Let's check. Yeah, I did. We've got standalone transaction, and I should actually be using it everywhere. I mean, technically you can use query table in that context. So if we go back to, where was it? Query turbo, right? Bound in query turbo transaction. Query turbo, because query turbo can actually double as everything. So if you say query turbo, the only difference is you have to do begin transaction, and you have to do, in that case it's gonna return transaction, as you can see. So we can do the same for block. I'm just gonna say query turbo block. The only difference in this context is that block would return something. In this case, we could just even return varname, and it's gonna give us block instead, which is cool. Automated test for varname duplicate. I just want you to know, look into my eyes, you see, and your love will mean to me. Search your eye, search your soul. When you find me there, you search no more. Don't tell me it's not what I'm for. But that is interesting actually, because now I wonder if this is using the old one, the deprecated one. Oh, it's actually using the new one. Awesome. I didn't know I already support using capital letters there. Oh, that's good then. You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. Yep, so yep, I can use dedicated, or I don't know if I should put them in their respective stuff, but we can probably. I could have probably just done it within the existing queries, but whatever. And maybe I should do that. Yeah. So basically, and cool thing also is we even don't need to find this. Since we're just updating, we're not assigning any of those. We could easily get away with that. Yep. Then we just need to there is no word like your love, and no other. You know, in you all the time. Ooh, yeah. Dun, dun, yeah. Let's copy that and just put, rather than query table, it's gonna be dedicated dedicated transaction. So we're gonna call this transaction, and we can actually copy that, copy it out, copy it out, and yep, we can do the same thing here. We do dedicated log, and yeah, we can just do block, and that's good. So we can update the test. I'll just fix that up. Add mock test for dedicated log and transaction. Add more variable duplication test. Yep. Oh, checks. Yep. Let's update the test. Clear that, cargo, run it out, burn it up. Let's see what happens when we fix this. We fix this trash, and we're gonna be good. Yep. Yeah, we have a bunch of linting stuff we might have to like fix out of those places. Nice. So now this is fixed, so it's giving us something different rather than giving us the same variable, which means even though they are different variables, even though they are the same variable names, as you can see, the values are now different. They are now like this now works. Before, for those that may not be aware or didn't join the live stream or didn't see that part, so if you repeat a variable name this 3 times, the first time the var name is actually select statement, the second time it's OLO, the third time is OLO, if you did the binding and you build that stuff, all these three would be this last one. So it's gonna be Oyedayo, right? So this is gonna be let var name equals to Oyedayo, let var name equals to Oyedayo. They are given the same thing, and that was because of how that stuff was implemented under the hood before. So this is now fixed, as you can see, because they all give us something different. And if we scroll up, we see they generate different stuff, different stuff, different stuff. Actually, I might want to switch it up a little bit. So let this come further, let this come also last year. Let's just move things around a little bit. Just let's just be in the middle. So just to have a mix, we can we'll probably need to update the screenshot test again, then fix all the links, and we're good to go. It's been a long time coming. I'm excited. The sickness delayed a little bit, but I'm glad that we're able to move things forward and further. Let's go. Yep. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep, still a few. Yeah, we need to update the. Oh, not that. Looks good. Now run it again. Run it up. It seems that it's now passing. Let's push this first, and we are just gonna, that passes now. What we're gonna do is actually run all the tests again, and while we're running all the tests, we're gonna fix the linting issues left. So we're not using balance here, we can just take it away. We're not using it on 12 either, take it away. And we're not using it at 16, take it away. Oh no, not that, we took the wrong one away. And 17 and 14, take it away. What's happening? Take that away. Take that away. Oh, looks like we're using it there. Yep, and here we're using it also, and maybe not here. So let's try to save that. Yes, it looks like we fixed everything. We need to run cargo check though. Remove use code. Yep, perfecto. So let's see what our tests still running. I probably have over 4,000 tests now, test cases at least, or like maybe over 2,000 test cases and maybe over 5,000 assertions. So the this project is very heavily tested, like heavily tested. So you can be sure that a lot of things are working, and that was how I was able to catch when you know, previously the count function which I was using yesterday, which I had issues with, was actually working differently. I mean, the database engine implemented it in a different way. So like 0 would actually be counted before, and I know that for a fact because my test caught that, right? And now I realize that the implementation has been changed, and for you to use that previous implementation, you would have to use array length function, and that's why it's really good to write tests. I'm glad I started writing like very comprehensive tests from day 0 when I started this project, because that has saved me so much time and headache. And when things were being updated like sporadically in the database engine, that gave me confidence to make the changes, make updates, knowing that I'm not breaking things. And even when there were a lot of like breaking changes, I was able to like just quickly fix those and just make it work. So I think we're on a good track. This is like the last big major implementation that I can think of before we're ready for alpha launch. So we've implemented query parser. You can write raw queries that check at compile time. Also, the variables are interpolated and checked at compile time. You can see that already in the readme. You can write normal query. Okay, great, awesome. So let's run cargo clip p. You can do the normal query building. There are some ORM functions. The types are checked at compile time. You can do like limitless graph traversal. Just keep on traversing that. You can do some very extremely complex queries. You can, like, I introduced a new concept called query turbo, where essentially you're writing query builder functions. However, you're able to intermix them as though you're writing raw or SQL query. So you're able to like use a for loop in the normal idiomatic way, or an if else statement, or a let statement, being able to bind it without writing some complex or agronomic functions. So I'm excited about that. This project is just packed with something that I think you're not gonna find in any other projects, and I'm proud of that. We're starting with Surrealdb, but the plan is to add more database in the future. We also have migration tooling that automatically does all the tracking, diffing, and updating of field type, definition, events, parameters, functions, analyzers, indexes, scope, namespace, any resource you can imagine, like you're gonna have that. So I'm excited, and I hope this can also be something that helps a lot of people, both every engineer that's gonna be using it, and also people that are gonna hopefully pick up 1 or 2 things. I hope that might be helpful in their projects and in helping to rethink approaches to things like this. So thanks to you guys for joining, for supporting in every little way you have been. All the words of encouragement, all those things mean a lot to me. I started this project as a way to solve my own problem, because also I waited for a long time, and I from using over like 20-30 ORMs in different languages, I really wanted something like this. And since I didn't find it, I just decided to start implementing it myself. It's been a year. I did something for this like this for MongoDB at first before I started with so we ran a few clippy stuff. I knew that I was gonna do that. So there is no need for that. A bunch of creepy stuff. Thank you for fixing that. We don't need it into. Okay, looks good. That's redundant. Yeah, that's preferred. Okay, it's cool. So we can just basically fix links or whatever. Let's push that. Then we're gonna run format cargo format. Just do cargo. Okay. Format. Let's push that. And after that, we're gonna run that again and okay. Query chain. I'm not sure though, was that for tests? Query chain. Okay, we'll go query chain parser. 929 to maybe remove that. 6 remove that. 94 remove that. And query transaction 120 empty line. Query chain. Yep. Let's run that again. And cargo VP. That's gonna be a long one. I think what we want to run next is just let's run another test and let's see what we get. We might want to document transaction and the rest of them a little bit more. We want to add like Rust doc and all those things, but probably I'll do that in another PR. Because I need to update the book, right? I'm writing a book for this project and I can show you guys actually. Let me see if I can. It's about 300 pages already. Do I still have it? Yeah. Book. Let me see if I can find a book. Okay. So this is the book I've been writing, and you see it's almost 300 pages. There's a lot of work and I haven't even added a lot of things when I wrote all this. I haven't documented the migration tooling. There is no like query turbo here. There is no query turbo. There is no parser for the raw query parsing. There are a bunch of functions that have not been added to this, probably at least 40 functions. So this is the book. I'm looking to publish it, but I still have some work to do. Yep. And you can see the intro. It's just a sneak peek. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's check. We have our test running, a bunch of them, and I think with these I'll create a pull request and we are good to merge. We're good to go to merge this. And the next thing I want to do now is I want to simplify the API for the migration tooling. So basically now I'm using like cargo generate, cargo rollback, cargo run. So rather than run, it's just gonna be cargo up or cargo down. Then you can have like deltas. So if you want to run up to, basically we support all these things. I just want to rename the functions and the CLI, and apart from that, I need to add a new method to, I believe, select statement for change feed, and for the analyzer I need to do some little improvement to the define analyzer function. So basically just very minor stuff that I think we can finish within a stream, probably a 30-minute stream, or let's say an hour stream. But we're gonna run this function. If everything passes, we fix the linting stuff and the clippy stuff, we're gonna open a PR. I'm excited and it's looking good. It is looking good. Yep. I think about it and I think myself. How we mean? Don't be scared and don't be scared. 'Cause you're love. Used to look perfect. Nice. So with these we can open the PR and when you love someone, you open up your heart. If you love someone, I'm gonna update the I'll do to do update the description, and finally this is the moment of truth. Should we make it a draft? So yeah, we've got like it's a large PR. Woo! 5,000 addition. It's a large PR, no doubt about it. So I'm just gonna create a pull request. I can make a draft first, guys, as you can see, we have something really large here. The nice thing about using Rust is the compiler is my reviewer sort of. But I mean, if you're able to review this, I would appreciate that. It's quite a large PR, and I hopefully will make them smaller in the future. But I think I wanted to keep all these things all together within the same PR and just um, don't be scared, don't be scared. I mean, technically, I could have defined all these other stuff in another PR, right? But you know the drill. And I'm still actually gonna add more tests for these. Maybe I could do it in another PR though. All those things I need to come in there and out. Nice. So we create the draft PR. Whew. I need to update the description and see if I can still add a few more tests to the macros. Guys, it's been a long time coming. This was a large PR. We've got 87 commits, 165 files changed. Damn. And also almost 5,000 additions, 1,000 subtractions. So it's a fairly large PR. That's about 4,000 delta lines. I love you guys. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and let the world know about what we're doing here. I love you guys. I still have a lot of stuff to do other than this project. I need to turn on the light. I'm looking so dark now. But I'm so happy to be able to give back to the community and just contribute and make people's lives easier and better. And I hope this can make people's lives easier and better, and also teach people better or more novel approach to building a modern or future query builder. We're just getting started, guys. I have a lot planned. As you can see, I've actually not posted any video in the last 4 years. I mean, normal videos, and even my live streams are not like really polished. I've got proper camera, I've got like proper mics. I'm just not using them, so I'm using my laptop mic, my laptop webcam. I mean, it does give the natural, organic vibe, but maybe I'm gonna try the more polished vibe at some point. I don't know, but I kind of like being able to focus on work and not get distracted with all those technical stuff. But still, I think it's nice to improve the quality a little bit, especially since I have everything to do that. I love you guys again. Thanks for supporting. This is Code Breather. We're all code breathers. I love you guys. Be peaceful, be loving, be caring, be cheerful, and peace to everyone. We've come a long way. I will see. This is what we've been working on for a year now, and we're getting close to launching this. So go start. I've not been posting this, but I'm gonna start posting maybe soon. I'm excited. I should probably update the documentation here with like query builder, blog, blah blah blah. But guys, we're good. I love you all. Peace.